So today's shave is going to be a shave with Cajun blade soap. These were samples that he sent to me before he started doing his regular line of shave soaps. That tub that I used is an empty tub that I decided to reuse with the samples that I pressed in there. Where I get the tubs from is after using the Noxzema. So if I use one of these up, I save the tub and clean it out, and I press my samples into it. I just put some Parasso on. The shave growth is about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days. Let's see the hair growth on my face, shave growth. The scent that I made the samples is a leathery kind of scent. So this was way before he decided to start making soaps and selling them on Etsy. It's really nice of him. I think he sent me probably 3 ounces worth of shave soap. Each little cup came in a little plastic container with a lid, like the little ketchup containers that you get at the restaurants for dipping your fries in. And each one of them, he said, had a different tallow in it. One had beef, one had deer, and I don't know what the other one had, but it had some other kind of tallow in it. So this shave soap, all pressed together, has a mix of 3 different kinds of tallows. What I'm doing here, since it's heavy growth, is to hydrate really well, you want to get a lot of soap on the face. You don't need a lather beard, but you need enough soap on the face to hold the water in and also provide cushion for the blade and protect your face. So if you do a really thin thing of soap, it's not protecting your skin when you shave, and it's not holding water in. It'll dry out. So, important thing is to have a fair amount of shave soap on your face so that you can have a good hydrated facial hair to shave with. Now when I'm shaving, I move my face instead of my wrist when holding the blade. So if you have a loose wrist, you take a chance of cutting yourself. And I always set the angle, and then I'll just kind of move my arm up and down or left or right. And then I move my face the way I want to shave it. And this allows you to make sure that you don't cut yourself and you can keep the same angle. So today's shave is going to be with that vintage Concave, double concave. I rehoned it and finished it on Tam O'Shanter with oil. So we're going to see how well that edge turned out. Very nice. Having no problems going through those heavy whiskers. Now you want to have a really good grip on the razor so it's not moving back and forth. Because if it's moving back and forth, you're taking a chance of cutting yourself. So my wrist is locked, but I'm moving my hand and arm all as one, up and down, and just moving my head to decide where to shave. One of the things you want to remember when you're shaving is if you go in like this and you make a slicing move, you're going to cut yourself. Or if you go down and go like that, you're going to cut yourself. You want it flat to the face, raise it up a little bit, and then go down until it's engaged and you can feel it cutting. So you start here, raise it up, and then go down. And you're only holding it against your face enough to where it's not bouncing as it's cutting. Now, if you're like me, when you started shaving with shavettes or safety razors because you were having ingrown hair problems and sensitivity problems to where you're getting razor burn and you weren't enjoying your shaves, one of the other lessons to learn when you're first starting out until your face gets used to shaving with a straight razor, because it takes a while for it to build up a tolerance to being shaved with a single blade, is you want to go with the growth of your hair. You don't want to start going against the grain immediately when you're shaving with a straight razor. Always go with the grain. If you're going to go against the grain, do it on your third pass. So you can go down with the grain, if that's the way your hair grows. And then you can go sideways. So you've seen me, when I lather up a second time here, like always, what I'll do, let me get lathered up again here. As you go sideways, you go across the grain. So either from the ear to the mouth, like barbers do, so down this way. So you'll go a little bit down this way and then start this way. Or go from chin up to ear. My hair grows backwards like this. Right here it grows towards the back. So it goes that way. So what I do is, I'll start up here with my mustache and go towards the ear. And once again, I'm only going with the grain sideways on the neck. See, we haven't gone against the grain yet. And then puff up your cheek. And now there's no hair there anymore. Next move, I'll go up. so then it won't hurt or leave an ingrown hair that way. If your face is sensitive and you can't stand going against the grain, and after every shave it hurts, and you end up with ingrown hairs, only shave with the grain for like just a few months. You can go 3 passes with the grain, or with the grain, first pass one way, like from mouth to ear one way, and then ear to mouth, and then you won't get any ingrown hairs, but you'll still be BBS. You'll still feel like there's no hair there when you touch your face, instead of going against the grain and irritating the hair follicles and having hairs grow underneath the skin. This is the trick that I use so that I don't end up with a sore face every time I shave. Another thing you want to do when you're shaving with a straight razor is give your face some time to heal in between shaves. Especially if you're new, even if you've been using a shavette for a while. So about 3 or 4 days, come back and shave again. And if you accidentally nicked yourself in an area, just shave around it. Let that area heal up. Because if you keep on going over it, you reopen that cut, it never heals, and then it doesn't feel very good after a while. Okay, third shave, you see me pull the soap out of the brush. The reason why I do this is so I can feel around the face and see where I've missed. And since I can handle going against the grain on the cheeks and my neck, I'll go against the grain on the third pass here, and then on the neck. Sometimes I'll skip the chin, and sometimes I'll skip up here, depending on if it's irritated or not. So I get ingrown hairs and irritation in this area, so I'll only shave upwards on the neck and here. And you don't want to use an angle that's very steep, like I was showing how you can cut yourself. When you're going against the grain, you want a very shallow angle. So shallow enough to where it's still engaging with the blade and your cutting hair, but not so shallow that you're not cutting hair. So instead of holding it straight on like this, where you can cut yourself real bad, hold it flat. So you'll hold it flat to the skin, raise it up some, and then go against the grain. So you want to keep it flat and then raise it up some until it starts cutting. The other way to keep from getting ingrown hairs with a straight razor is rinse your blade often. So after I do this pass, I'm gonna rinse. And then I'll make sure it's flat, raise it up. See me moving my head? I'm not moving my arm. Arm's staying in the same position, my wrist is locked, and the blade is at the same angle always. I'm just moving my head. Then if I go this way, wrist is locked, and I'm just moving my head. So then, blade is flat, raise it up a little, puff it out, moving my arm that way. Wrist is locked. Okay. Same thing with chin. Flat, raise it up a little, move head, wrist is locked. Now I switch hands and hold the blade so that fingers under the tang and here, and it's nice and tight, it's not gonna move anywhere. Then I'll flat, raise it up a little, cut. And I'm just moving up my arm. I'm not moving my hand. The wrist is locked. And I'll start with small strokes going upwards to get most of the hair, and then come back and do a long stroke so that it doesn't irritate and cause ingrown hair. Flat, puffed out, raise it up, go in that direction. Wrist is locked. Just the arm is going this way, like this. Okay? Under the nose, you gotta be careful. So you can, if you're new, hold both. Flat, raise it up, puff out the cheeks. Feel under there, see if you missed anything or not. Oh, a little bit there. Okay, that's good. So that was the third pass. Hopefully this helps anybody who's watching who's learning. So then when I rinse with cold water, not hot water. And even the blade, when I'm rinsing the blade to get the soap off, cold water makes the metal stay nice and sharp, and it cinches the metal hard together. And it helps to keep your face from getting any razor burn. So the main thing is enough shave soap that you're protecting your skin, cushioning the blade, and keeping the face hydrated, because if you have enough soap on instead of a thin layer, it keeps water in there. And water is what you need to help hydrate the hair and help protect your skin when you're shaving. It creates little bubbles. And then there's the slickness of the soap to help the blade glide over. Okay. Still using cold water here. I wet my alum. My face is still wet. So wet alum, face is wet. Rub the alum block all over. It's a natural antiseptic. Some people like to leave it on for a little while. Some people don't rinse it off at all. And then they just go to putting on witch hazel and then whatever aftershave they want. I will rinse out what I used to wipe with my face, a washcloth, with really cold water. And then I just kind of blot on the face to get the rest of the alum off. Make sure there's no soap in the ears or behind the ears. And then we're done. Aftershave, The only one I could find that would go well with the leathery scent is this. This is a 2-in-1. It's really good, especially if you have like a rough shave and your face is irritated, because it has an oil and an alcohol-based aftershave. So it's kind of like a liquid balm. Wow, that's a good shave. And then when I'm putting the aftershave on, if I notice I missed anything, I can go through and kind of check. But I think I got everything. And then a little added balm. We'll do a little Nivea Men. It's like a cream. Don't need much. I was one of the lucky ones that scored the gator grease. I'm waiting until Eric puts out his new after sauce and some more gator grease, and then I'm gonna get one of his new soaps with some after sauce, and hopefully he'll put out some gator grease and I'll get that too, and I can join the gator grease club and try it out. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.